A lot of people didn't know how to do it, and as I was saying in the video about 2 or 3 months ago, community guards are very important because they know the elderly in the area, they know the young people in the area, they know the community, and especially at this time, with a lot of elderly people are self-isolating for their own safety. We seen on RT News yesterday, I didn't see it, but I seen repeats on it on YouTube and on other platforms. Down in Kerry there was some community guard, a woman community guard, and she's bringing food to the elderly who can't get out of the house and haven't got any means of transport, and she's bringing food to their house, and she's getting the pension and everything for them. So huge to every community guard out there, we owe a lot, because it's hard work, it's very difficult work. You don't have such a big responsibility, especially because she's the only one for about 1,000 people in that area. And that's a lot of people to take care of, only for one guard, community guard. Obviously probably there's only guards helping her out, but one community guard for that number of people, it should be 2 or 3 at most. And some communities, even in Cavan, and I'm saying this, some communities in Cavan don't have a community guard, and don't have a guard that's in the local area, which is annoying. Because before the crash, there was always needed community guards in the area. Speaking of the guards, the guards going past me, but sure. They must have heard me talking. But anyway, no, but like Red Hills in County Cavan has a community guard, and Buttersbridge has no community guard because we don't see the need to, because we police ourselves. But other places in Cavan should have community guards, especially this time. There's communities. Oops, there's my flag gone. There's communities in different parts of the country, and say in Offaly and other parts. Majority old people, older citizens, and don't have any younger people to help out. That's why community guards are essential. As I said in the video before, it's essential to know who's the troublemakers in the area, and it's good to know the older people can trust you, because older people, especially this time, they're afraid, they're terrified, they're worried, and a friendly face is very good to see, especially this time, and I say your older people agree with me. If you know a guard around your community, you've seen them for the last year or two, and you know the guard because he walks around your town or village, and him, you see him every day when you're out for a walk, or when you get used to, you know his face and you trust him. And that's what older people need at this moment in time. They need somebody to trust and somebody to help them. So that's why community guards is extremely important. I really hope the government have learned, because this is a lesson too with this coronavirus, that these essential services that were cut before the recession, and during the recession too, and after the recession, it has to be put back in place, because as we see now, these are essential services for different communities around the country, and they're very essential to older people's survival at this time of need, at this time of day. But huge ups to community guards. They're doing their best. Very little resources, but thank you for your service. Your country owes you a lot. Your country owes you so much, just to help the elderly people, and to help people around the community that's unfortunately has no car, or has no transport, has no means to get to the place, or are afraid to go out. So thank you for your service, and it's not gone unnoticed. And hopefully maybe the government might learn from this mistake, and might say, community police needs to be brought in more widespread. It needs to be done, cross border and cross everything, across the state. But anyway, thank you for watching, subscribe and more, and bye.